of Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. So, Viktor Frankl I've talked about before. Thank you to Hissing Thoughts for pointing him out. He was in a concentration camp, and that's the first half of the book. And the other half is about his idea of logotherapy. Now today I wanted to talk about the existential vacuum, which is very intriguing because it encapsulates a lot of what the Greek life in college is. And it encapsulates so much of what we do. So there's this thing called Sunday neurosis. And basically it's on Sunday when you're not doing anything because you're done with your job for the week and you're done with your stuff for the weekend, you're empty. And it's not a good kind of empty, like free of responsibility. It's a bad type of empty. You're bored. An existential vacuum normally manifests itself in boredom. So, without a will to meaning, an existential vacuum becomes present. And to replace the will to meaning, to satisfy it vicariously, you can satisfy the will to power or the will to pleasure. And the will to power can be satisfied through money. So one way you may disregard the will to meaning is by making lots of money and giving into consumerism. And one way you may satisfy the will to pleasure is through sex. Now, an interesting point Viktor Frankl makes is that in societies where the will to meaning is gone or lacking, meaning an existential vacuum is there, sexual libido is heightened. So like I said before, in the Greek life in college, that's kind of what it is. Now, to fix the existential vacuum, you have to find a will to meaning. Now, that's not necessarily find the meaning of life, but that's be searching for it. You have to have the will to meaning. One very interesting point Viktor Frankl makes that may help for finding a will to meaning is act as this is your second life. And in your first life, you already acted as poorly as you are going to act right now. So if you're about to make a stupid decision, realize you may have made that in your life before. Realize how that might have affected your life before this. Now, this is just hypothetical, but it's a very good point. Next week I will be talking about finding a will to meaning and summarizing the last half of Viktor Frankl's book, which may help answer some questions from this video. Okay? Check back next week, Monday. Peace, guys. Live a good life.